Our next speaker is from Ukraine, but has been living in the Netherlands for the last 8 years. He's a software engineer leader at KLM, and having a master's degree in computer science, he brings over 12 years of iOS development experience. Let's welcome Dima Kalachniuk.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay, I was expecting at least a bit of sparks of energy left, but don't worry. I got you. I got you. I will try to bring you some energy. I will try to give you some energy, and I will try to motivate you by telling you my story of learning Swift UI framework that end up with open source project. So, who am I? Thank you so much for a nice introduction already. I'm software engineer leader in KLM, and KLM is airline company, and I'm passionate about iOS development, about technology in general, and also about airplanes. So that's really great match here. And agenda for today. I would like first to discuss how do we all learn. Then we will touch a new Swift UI framework that gave me an idea of writing a tool that will help me. We will talk about issues that we have in KLM within all developers community in the company. And then idea of a project that might help and to resolve these issues. I will show you the first version of the app. I will show you how I advertise it, and I will show you then the final version and conclusion. All right, so how do we all learn? Of course, the first option is videos, and my personal recommendation is, of course, WWDC. It's obvious one. Then videos from Sean Allen. I really like his YouTube channel. If you haven't heard about it, please check it out. He has also really nice video courses on the internet, and he has community around it. It's Slack. It's really good. Then it's Ray Vanderlich, and when I started 12 years ago to learn iOS development, my first book was written by Ray Vanderlich, and I just really admire that person. And the last but not least is Flo Writes Code. Check out his YouTube channel. Of course, there are many more, but this is my personal recommendations here. Next one, books and articles. So first recommendation would be Donnie Walls. He has 3 nice books, Practical Combined, Practical Core Data. Please check it out. Then articles by Antoine Swiftly. Thank you. Hacking with Swift by Paul Hudson, of course. Huge portal, amazing community, and again, Ray Vanderlich. So the guy just involved, and he's making this community so great, honestly. Then newspapers. Our world, programming world, is so fast changing that it's really hard to chase it. And for me, I really like from newspapers and being a subscriber for a couple of newspapers that I can quickly actually understand what just happened. And my personal recommendation, again, Swiftly newspaper by Antoine, Donnie Walls newspaper, and iOS Dev Weekly by Dave. Next way of learning, podcasts. What I really like here, that it is passive learning, and you can combine different things while listening to podcasts. For instance, when you're commuting to work or something else. And I loved the podcast from John Sandel, Swift by Sandel. Unfortunately, he's not continuing right now with podcasts. I don't know why. Then Swift community podcasts, also no more podcasts, but I really enjoy those ones. And iOS Today and Extract Trace. And today I had a discussion with Antoine about other podcasts, so there are much more. So please explore and check out what is available online. But most important and the best way for me personally, and I think for you as well, it is hands-on experience. I like to open Xcode. I like to open playgrounds. I like to write code, make mistakes, fix those mistakes, and then learn. For me, it works the best. So In 2019, I was really surprised when Apple has introduced new SwiftUI framework. And I've seen our community was so active about it. They were really passionate about it. They started to bring articles, record videos. Okay, here you create a list. This is how you create buttons. Awesome. And I was thinking, well, I want to learn this for sure. I see a future in this framework. And I want to do it in a bit different way. I want to build something that actually will solve my problems. And this something, a tool, doesn't matter what, will be written in SwiftUI. So I want you right now to come back in a bit in a time, and I would like to tell you about the issues and problems that we encounter as developers in KLM. I'm working in department where we make applications for employees, for pilots, for cabin crew members, for gate agents, for team coordinators. We have 3 different product teams, and we have 10 different applications. We love share the code. We like to reuse the code. So we have 22 different modules. As package manager, we use Cocoa Pods, and my daily work life looks like that. I go to terminal, I go to a particular project, I change the directory, and then I write pod install. Honestly, I know people who love working with terminal, and I don't. I hate working with pod install and write the comments there, because sometimes you write pod install, sometimes it is pod install, so you make a typo, you wipe it, you write it again. Okay. Can you make it better? Yes. So we've added some aliases. So instead of full path for your directory for your project, one of the projects, you would write API, for instance, and then it will point to a particular project. Okay, but once again, I have 32 different projects, 22 modules, and 10 projects. At some point, I started to forget the name of those aliases. So you need to go to bash profile and check what it is. So it was a nightmare. And then idea came to my mind. Well, what if I create a tool with a list of my projects and modules with only one button? When you click on it, it will open terminal, and then will write pod install there for me automatically. Well, let's do it. My first version of the application. I thought, I need to roll up my sleeves and start coding. I started with Google. I checked how to write the list. In SwiftUI, I have no idea. How to make a button. How to display a menu. I don't know. So this is how we learn, right? You ask, and then you try it, and finally it works. So you see, this is a system menu app. I reused this system menu app from Guillermo Rambo, known as Inside on Twitter. And he made, immediately after SwiftUI was introduced, he made an application where he displayed the list of APIs, of Apple APIs, with the status of it. If it's green, it works. If it's red, it doesn't, so you understand what's going on. I was thinking, okay, I want to reuse that. So I have a system menu app with a list, and here you see my projects, test projects for now, with one functionality. When you click on it, well, then I will open terminal, and I write pod install. I was extremely happy with that. I was already, okay, yes, it saves my time already, because I do it every day, a lot of times per day, and then you multiply it by 5 days in a week, and then 52 times per week in a year. So it saves already a lot of time. I was really inspired by this. I went to my local community in KLM. I showed to the developers my tool. I said, look, you can now save your time. We have some people who love terminal, so they said, yeah, cool, but we will stick to typing. That's fine. And then some people came to me and said, okay, can you please add pod update? Can you please open it in source tree, etc. So I started to receive some requests from my own local community. And here, where I was very motivated. So I was tired, doesn't matter, I will do that for them because they're waiting for it. It works amazing. And then after I rolled my first application there to my local community, I thought, okay, I want something more. I want to show it to community, to bigger iOS community, to all of one. And then I started to advertise it. How I've done it? I write some posts on Medium, and to be honest, this gained some traffic. So I was thinking, okay, yes, that's good. I open sourced it. I put it on GitHub. And then a miracle happened. So I checked every morning my GitHub stars. And then, you wake up, you check, okay, 1 + 2, the next day +1 again. And these GitHub stars became a motivation fuel for me. Every time when I see someone has posted something about my tool, or mention it, or ask something to add to this, it gave me a lot of motivation. So I was really happy. The number of my stars started to grow. That was great, but I still wanted something more. So another day, another miracle has actually happened. I woke up and I've seen 40 stars during one night. I checked the people, all of them were from China. So I was like, okay, maybe someone has posted my tool, mentioned my tool in the article or in the newspaper, whatever. And I started to check. I went to the internet, I Googled my last name and the name of my project, and I found out that indeed, one Chinese person has mentioned my application, my tool, in his newspaper. You can see it right here, Xcode project. So I cannot read Chinese. So Xcode project, I was really happy. I immediately actually wrote to him. I asked him, well, can I add maybe a localization, Chinese localization, so your iOS community can benefit from it? Because will it be better? Unfortunately, he didn't reply. So if you're watching right now, please come to me after my talk, okay? I still want to add Chinese localization there. Okay, then the next time, another boost of motivation happened when I received my first feature request. I was tired, I came after my work, I had my dinner, and then email, boom! Feature request. Can you please add custom scripts to your tool? So it's not only predefined tools like pod install, pod update, Swift lean things, but also something custom, because we have our scripts. We want to call our commands there. I was not tired anymore. I immediately opened Xcode, and then I added this feature. It was amazing. And then I thought, well, okay, some people know about my tool. I want right now to go to App Store. I want to become #1 in Xcode category, in App Store category, Xcode tools. So I purchased a developer license. I uploaded the tool, my application to App Store, and it was rejected. So, of course, I immediately went to see what is the message, and apparently, I didn't know that. I'm not allowed from Mac application to open another application, like terminal in this case, and to run commands there. I tried to appeal this decision. So I wrote to them, listen, this tool is saving time for the developers. This tool will make me popular. It didn't work. So it was still rejected, and it is not in App Store. But that's fine. And now I would like to show you the final version of my application. So you see here, I asked the designer to bring some design to it, because it was, I think, awful. And so now I have a button to open Xcode and to open this application immediately. Also, you have a menu with different options. You can do pod install, pod update, whatever. You can add your custom commands, so you can benefit if you have your own scripts, of course. And I have, I think, a feature kill actually here. I can, first of all, of course, to clear derived data folder entirely. That's one. Number two, I can delete derived data per particular project. So you don't need to delete it anymore entirely, and then when you open another project, you wait again for the building time. No, you can clean a specific project in the derived data folder. And what I also I've added some icons because my designers thought that is a good idea. And when you click on this icon, actually, I add the functionality to add a custom image. No one is using this functionality, but I know how to do it. I know how to open Finder. I know how to get and upload the image. And this is the purpose of all this journey, I would say, because I wanted to learn how to do it in Swift UI. I wanted to expand my knowledge. And by doing all of these needed and not needed features, it does the job. It does the job. So, oh, yes, this is the latest release. So I added aliases tab where I go to bash profile and z profile, and I would automatically display all aliases that you have there. So with one click of the button, you can immediately start terminal and execute this command. So in this case, this is extended pod install version that we have in KLM. It would clean the build if needed and also run pod install and something else. So now I have 14 forks. I have 203 GitHub stars. And it was really awesome journey for me. I enjoyed it, and I try to inspire you. I want you, when you want to learn something, don't be afraid. Put your code online. Put your code to GitHub and let the miracle happen. Let the community to engage with you and give you this motivation. Inspire you to learn and to finish your project. It will happen for sure, believe me. Thank you. That's it. Are there any questions? I see Antoine's hand.
Yeah, first of all, of course, thanks for the shout out. Highly appreciate it. And great talk. I was wondering, because I know the struggles about the App Store and doing all kinds of things with the terminal, all too good. But have you considered maybe using Gumroad as something for distribution? And my second question is, when is Twist integration coming?
That is already there, to be honest, because if you seen my previous slide, you can already add a command to his test all kind of twists to there, and you can do it immediately. So that is already there.
Perfect.
But I haven't considered that option from your first question yet.
Yeah, I think it would be great. A great way to give some tips or anything like that.
Yes, thank you, Anton.
Right.
All right, anyone else? I got one here, the web app. It says, what do you love the most, the Boeing 777 or iOS development?
Boeing 787.
Have another one. This is not a question, but it's a message. It says, now you have 205 stars on GitHub. Nice talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anyone else? No? Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dima.
you so much. Thank you so much.